It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Ravens and the Bucs, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one. Kind of an interesting pairing. Lamar Jackson of the Ravens, Tom Brady of the Bucs.
Yeah, you've got one guy who's part of the new breed, the run and gun, beat you with my legs kind of guys. And then on the other side, you've got your traditional pocket passer. He'll stand in there and throw the ball downfield no matter what the turbulence is around him in the pocket.
Justin Tucker ready to go here. This is going to be a ton of fun. Ravens and Bucs. Here we go from Tampa. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Brady on the screen, Bernard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Shotgun now for Brady.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Calais Campbell on the stop.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Brady to throw. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin
there to make the grab. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. And we're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Now Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Jackson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, what a move. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive. Brady.
He's going to drop this one down to Bernard.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Going for the deep ball.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Brady. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brady again. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now it's seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. On the return is Duvernay. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now it's Jackson. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
The Bucs ready to take over once again.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Brady now on 1st down. It's caught by Mike Evans. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now a play fake. Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
On first down, Brady.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Brady. And that is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Succop's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
On the return is Duvernay. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything that they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
Dobbins.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
One more time with Dobbins.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Jackson. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Illegal 4th half. Offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over.
He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Hey, check Mike 6.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I knew it. You ain't ready today. You ain't ready.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Brady. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Brady to throw again. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the lead stretches 16-3 now. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but was 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Ravens. And they have been absolutely taken out of this football game by that opposing defense. Negative yardage as a team running the football so far.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter.
On the return is Duvernay. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, They've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He was looking for Rashad Bateman there.
But it's going to be 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play action. Now Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. But they went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 22. Throwing to start the drive. Brady over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Second and 6.
Brady going to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's Brady to throw. And that's incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Quick throw caught by Godwin.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd down at 7.
Here's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Shadow, help him.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd down and 8.
Brady now to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The return is Duvernay. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
That catch good for only a couple.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. From the 44, Jackson flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
2nd down, back to Fournette.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. A handoff to Fournette, and he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Big hit.
Now Leonard Fournette. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Brady. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.